Hi, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. What is this mess? Well, you may remember when I was making some salt bars recently. Before I made my silicone mold, I made some salt bars using my plastic goat molds, and they didn't come out so well. And so I had to shave the goats off of some just to create a nice bar, and then some of the bars were malformed. So with those shavings and with those malformed balls, I simply crumpled those up. And they have been curing now for several weeks, and it is now ready to do something with. And I'm really excited about this. But one of the things I noticed was that, look at this. And this is after they've completely dried. Look, they are almost like a modeling clay. And remember, this is a salt bar. So I was going to use these to make maybe a bath salt. But as you saw in a previous video, I just made a bath salt. And so it occurred to me that, wow, look at this. And this is after 3 weeks, right? And I believe it's fully cured. I've checked it and it is completely neutral, pH neutral, so it has finished saponifying, and yet it is moldable. And it had never occurred to me that you could do this. Now, again, keep in mind, this is really full of salt. So while this may not be as, it may not work this way if it weren't a salt bar. I don't really know. I've never tried this before. But what occurred to me is, well, a couple of different things. So I could make some salt balls. You could certainly make some little something. They smell wonderful, by the way. That's delicious. Lemongrass. Well, I won't go into all that right now, but they smell fantastic. But I could do that, or, you could certainly use them to maybe mold. Okay, that's going to be an ugly nose. Might as well make it even bigger. While we're at it here, poke an eye there, poke an eye there, put a mouth in here. Well, maybe you're getting the idea. I'm just being silly, of course. I just am not sure what to do with this. Of course, you can just crumble it right back up again because it is the salt. It just crumbles right back, and I love that. It's kind of like a moldable. It reminds me of those clays for kids. It's some kind of a sand, like a wet sand, and they can build things with it. You could do that with this. And I'm just thinking, I just threw a bunch of it all over there, but I'm thinking, how much fun would this be for a kid in the tub, right? You simply put a little tub of this with them. They can reach in, they can play with it, they can build things, and they get a good, nice, clean, fun bath out of it. Anyway, I don't know, but it's just, the wheels are turning in my head on some different kind of things that could be done with this. So I thought one thing I could do is to take these and put them in my moon mold. So let's try one and see what happens. Okay, so here I have a small moon mold. I just want to test this out. And again, this is, a couple weeks old, and yet it has this nice moldability to it. And I'm not sure why that is, and I'm thrilled by it. I don't know if it'll work for this method. You're watching this live as I do it, so I have no idea if this is going to work. Well, I didn't have that locked in there obviously very well, and that would work. And there we have little salt bars. Now, the issue with this that you want to be aware of is that It's firm. It would hold up, I think, to shipping and in a package. But when you start to use it on wet skin, I'm sure what's going to happen is it's going to start to disintegrate. So instead of that, you would probably just want to break off a piece of it and use that. What are your thoughts? What do you think? Because I'm very curious about what kind of things you could do with this. And I'm going to link to the original video so you can see what I'm... Matter of fact, let me show you. Let me step away for a moment, and I'm going to get the soaps that I made with this. All right, so these are the soaps. These were the ones I had to shave the goats off, and they're perfectly fine bars of soap. They're hard. These are ready to use as is. See? Yet this that was crumbled has remained malleable. That's the mystery to me. This is the exact same soap. This came off of that. Yet the way it has dried has made it, like I said, flexible and, kind of moldable. And I'm assuming it has something to do with the salt. Of course, salt is a humectant and it does attract moisture. But these didn't, and these cured in the very same place. So I'm thinking because it was crumbled the way it is, that it has, perhaps taken in some moisture. I don't know. It doesn't feel wet. It comes off my hand. It's a little sticky, but overall, it's very malleable. See, it doesn't stick to the tray. But what do you think? Give me some ideas. What could we do with this? What do you think would be an interesting thing that you could do with this, or that I should do? Maybe together we can come up with something, maybe a new product, because I really think that this has some kind of a viability as a product for consumers. Put this in a bag, just as it is even, and sell it like that. Now, one of the things I want to try is put some in the food processor and kind of take the bigger chunks out, and let's see what that does. Okay, so it really didn't do much because it's sticky, right? So it kind of sticks to itself. So I guess it's really not going to make any difference. So what we could do, one idea, is to add something to it that would kind of pull it together, perhaps into a sauce. So perhaps we could add something to it like, I don't know, we could add some arrowroot powder, perhaps, and form it into a shape. This was just an idea, and I've never done a video like this, but I thought it might be fun to just reach out to you and ask you, what would you do? Do you have any ideas? Is it just a throwaway item? Is it just a silly idea, something that we should just forget? Or is it something that, merits some kind of a further thought and design, perhaps? This is just one thing. Obviously, this is a salt bar. Could you do it differently with just a regular cold process soap? I don't know. I've never tried it like this. I have taken soaps that have fully cured before and shaved those up and used them in body wash and different things like that. But just using it like this, that has never been something that I've really done. And I can tell you, because this has so much salt in it, this would be ideal, just as a scrub. I'm not going to do it here now, but you could take this and you could actually scrub yourself pretty good with this because it has a lot of exfoliating salt in it. So maybe it's just a loose scrub of some kind. I don't know if that's something anybody would even want. So let me know your thoughts. I'm really interested. Thanks so much, everyone. Talk to you again soon. Bye.